We keep that in mind.
This guy is a legend.
Probably is one of the easiest things for us to explain, but I found it to be one of the harder pieces in the whole process to just explain to people what exactly the base is. What have you used?
I have used to explain it as a program that Humber offers to support students who identify as Black, African, or Caribbean. The support is in their personal life, but also academically, and we support them with their empowerment, and also we encourage networking in the space.
For me, I use my personal experience. I share when I first came into the base, what it was like and how it's helped me in terms of my schoolwork, networking, and even outside my life, there's opportunities to do different things.
For me, as an international student, when I came here, it was, I had a period of adjustment, and so I was homesick for a while. So coming here, being a part of a different culture, it really felt like home for me.
What about the Queen's Circle?
And so the Circle of Queens, it's a group of women where we gather probably about once a month, and we basically talk about issues that as Black women we face. I call it like a little sisterhood. It's just a moment of bonding, and just really an open space, a space where you can share transparently and you're not having anybody judging you or anything like that, and getting really advice.
And the King's Gathering, would you say that it serves the same purpose?
It definitely does. Like in terms of, especially for like young Black men, like the kind of households we may grow up may not be like the ideal set of household, and it's kind of like we don't have an outlet to express ourselves, maybe emotionally, share what we're going through. And the King's Gathering, like being a part of it, actually allows you to gather with people who look like you and just share your experiences and have mentors, like the leaders, facilitators of the workshop, just give like wisdom or like knowledge on different things and how to navigate through school life and as a young Black man in society, right?
So in a broadest context, how important therefore has the base been to you as an individual?
For me, my social life, it really contributes to my social life, because when I'm here, well, when I'm not working, but when I'm here, I've met so many people, and honestly, I've really developed some great friendships from the base.
Right. What about you, Brent?
Like Kianna said, for me, it's just kind of like, it adds to my personal life in terms of meeting new people. Because like school is fun. Like I know I talk about networking and stuff a lot because school is good and it's important, but your social life, your just connecting with people is also just as important, because you don't want to feel you're by yourself after you like achieved everything that you've gotten, right? So it's kind of like that's really important.
No, that empowerment and enrichment of the experience is so critical to the work that the base does. So as the person in charge of outreach, what appeal would you give to any student who A, is not aware of the base, or B, they're not of the view that the base is really something that is of value to them?
We kind of have to work with the school. The school has a lot of leeway with the students, and Ignite and other resources need to spread out the word. But what I've also noticed is that some students will come in and say, my professor told me about this program. That is why I came to just see what's going on. So I think it's also important to have faculty share what's going on. So
Right.
Just to get that initiative to come and see what's happening at the base.
Right. The base has created something that I think is significantly different than most other programs that cater towards a particular group. The approach that the base takes is not a deficiency situation, which is saying that, oh, if you're struggling in school or if you're having problems, come to us. It's more whether you're doing great or whether you're struggling. This is a space, more importantly, that you can self-identify, feel comfortable with, and feel empowered because you're a part of that.